You can also implement inheritance in interfaces. Let's say we have another interface named, and this is the interface which actually makes sure that we have a name property. So now here in person, we could implement greetable and named to be forced to have both a greet method and a name. That is something we could do. Or if we know that greetable things, greetable objects always need to have a name, we could make sure that this greetable interface actually extends the named interface so that together they form a new interface which forces every object based on greetable to have a greet method but also to have a name. And to do that, we can add extends here on the interface as well, and we extend named. Now therefore, as I said, this forms a new interface, which is in the end an interface that forces us to have a greet method, but not just that, it also forces us to have everything the named interface defines, in this case a name property. So if I would remove name here, I would already get an error because this class now incorrectly implements the interface greetable, because the property name is missing. So that's also how we can combine interfaces. Why would we split an interface like this? Well, maybe you have an application where on some objects you only want to force them to have a name and not a greet method, whereas on other objects you need both, greet and name. With this split, this is possible. Some objects or some classes can just implement named, and others can implement greetable and are forced to have both, greet and a name. So extending interfaces is possible. And there you can also extend more than one. So you can merge multiple interfaces into one single interface. We could merge another interface if we had it, simply separated with a comma. Remember that for classes this was not possible. When you use classes and inheritance, you can only inherit from one class. You can't inherit from multiple classes. For interfaces that is different. For interfaces you can indeed inherit from multiple interfaces because in the end they're all just getting merged together, and in this pure TypeScript feature, which is actually not translated to JavaScript as you will see, we can therefore break the rules set up for JavaScript classes and extend multiple interfaces.